We just got home from the Bahamas and I was massively craving some sourdough bread. Eve was begging me to bake with her. I mean, it has been a week after all. And so I used our original bread recipe late last night and put 2 loaves together, and look at how this turned out. If you are looking for a very beginner friendly recipe and maybe haven't found a whole lot of success with other recipes, I highly recommend the one that I wrote, not because I wrote it, but because of all the amazing feedback I've been getting from all of you on how you've been successfully baking loaves for the first time. It just gives me so much joy. So we are going to shape this delicious dough. Look at how bouncy and airy and perfectly fermented this was. By the time I was done with my stretch and folds, it was 11 p.m. last night and my house was sitting at 65 degrees. So it was perfect to be able to let it proof overnight on the counter. I feel like this time of year, it's a lot more forgiving when it comes to proofing your dough overnight than in the summer. I definitely risk over fermenting my dough in the summertime overnight, whereas now when the weather's a lot cooler, it is just so much easier to do that way, and it times out perfectly so I can bake it the next day. So we are going to get these shaped in a bowl shape. I have both of my bannetons out, and I like to use rice flour on my hands and on the counter. I use rice flour because it is gluten-free and it does not get sticky, so it really helps with the shaping and for it to slide right out of the banneton when it's ready to bake. So we're going to get these together, going to make sure that there's enough tension on the top of the dough before we put it in our banneton. And I'm actually going to proof these in 2 separate ways. So stay tuned for a video coming pretty much right after this one about that, and get them right in the banneton basket. So 1 and done. And then we are going to do the same with our second one. Sprinkle with a little rice flour, and then put it right in its banneton. And then I like to use plastic bowl covers to get these covered up. It helps retain the moisture in the dough. If you're struggling with some crusty dough, make sure to try these. I have them linked on my Amazon. They're really great. Then we're going to let these sit on the counter, and I'll show you how I proof these.